All right, so I'm a little hot. I'm a little sneezy right now, and if you see me go like this, it's because I have been known in the past, especially in the past, when I was like fucking doing blow, to go like this and then go like that, because back in the day, you didn't want to waste anything. And one guy told me even when I was just temporarily, I was the meth head trying to get close to a woman. He said, "Hey, bro, don't piss." I said, "What do you?" I got to piss. What do you mean don't piss? I'm trying to figure this out. Don't piss because if you piss, you'll lose your high quick, way quick. I'm like, oh, okay. So in other words, what you're saying is be uncomfortable and then fucking just so I can keep. No. And plus, I didn't really like meth. But right now, yeah, if you see me do the sniffles and I go like that, and I go, it's an old habit. And by the way, I'm not afraid of COVID, and you'd probably kill it with mouthwash. Fucking so. I mean, it's a cold. Look. You guys try to understand me, okay? And I do got the sniffles, big time. Better get a rag because I don't want you to think I'm trying to eat my boogers either. So, okay, here's a rag. Uh, so, let's see. What was I going to say? Sometimes I forget my train of thought. I fucking, God damn it, blame me. Just say I'm an old fart. Fuck that. No, that skates down mountains. Oh, skates down mountains. I was just skating, but I just cut it short. This video is a little bit hard for me because it's emotional, and I'm human too, and I get emotional about things. I've been single, and look, this I don't want to call it a dry spell. I'm not King Cobra JFS. I don't use names like dry spells or dry whatever, but I purposely have been keeping my distance, not for COVID reasons, but from women because I guess I'm just trying to live my life. I'm not trying to get involved with something that's going to double my possible issues, if whatever they may or may not be. In contrast, I love women though. I would want to have a kid. I've always wanted to have a kid. I think I do have a daughter. So I mean, the woman at the time was, I guess we were about 20, and I had this girl, and 9 months later she had a baby and claimed it was the other boyfriend's baby. And the baby picture was old, and I could tell it wasn't even recent. So I knew right away the person that showed me the baby picture was just doing a thing so that she could, I don't know, I guess maybe try to convince me that it wasn't hers. But I think down deep she wanted me to see that's an old baby picture, knowing full well that's probably my baby. Maybe she wanted the other guy to financially take care of the baby. Who knows what is going through some people's mind. At the time, I was broke. I did work, but I just didn't have the money. I could have probably paid child support and all that. But at the time, maybe she just was, who knows, maybe a mental glitch of some kind, that chick. And so I think I have a daughter, and let's see, 1981. So let's see, how old would she be? Holy shit. Anyway, so I might have a daughter. It's, it's emotional. Look, man, you're going to see a fucking warlock possibly. I'm on the verge of crying thinking about it. But I'd be glad to know it's not my kid at the same time. Her name was Becky. I didn't know her last name. She was a redhead. She knew Amy Jackson, Webster Groves, Missouri. And I probably could find out through a lawyer or something, but so anyway, let's go move on from that. So in the meantime, I'm a guy that's single. I like just like I did when I was younger. I love women, and whenever I see a beautiful woman, I try to flirt a little. And if I don't, maybe I'm just about to eat or something. It's just not my thing. There's a woman at the Mexican restaurant the other day. She smiled at me like, "Well, you got about 10 more seconds to try to hit on me, and then try to fuck, and that's it." But she gave me a beautiful smile, and she did look that part, and I passed on it because I'm not a porn star. I'm not fucking trying to go at it like I got to fuck chicks in closets and shit and storerooms and whatever is available at the time. Not saying that I couldn't pull that shit off and make myself somebody in that regards, like that kind of person. But it's just not my thing. I love sex. I love women. I love actually. I don't like a lot of there are negative things with women, and it doesn't always mean that's the case. But some of them are actually not conniving. They're not nagging, and they're really pretty much just the polar opposite of what some guys would want to quote, hey, all women are alike. And when you find one like that, sometimes they're, even those kind may not even like you because they're almost overclassed to you. Because look at me, for instance. I have been known to say things that a woman probably wouldn't say. And, misogynist things have come out of my mouth. And but do I hate women? No, no. A lot of women make fun of guys, but they don't get called names all day long like guys do. Guys just get thrashed. I mean, there's plenty of female pedophiles out there. So just remember, there's a plenty of them. And they're later in life they'll just say, "Oh well, I'm a lesbian. Sorry if I fucking indulged too early." No, bitch, you're fucking pedo. Just like a lot of guys get the shaft for being a pedo, you probably just don't want to fucking have that direct connection. So you make up whatever, in court or whatever you say. Oh, I'm a lesbian. Oh, shit don't work. Okay, shit don't work. Okay, don't just give it up. Don't work. It don't work. And but it's okay, because I got, look, I don't have any problems with my family. A lot of them were fucked up, but so am I. So whatever, just move on, and don't make light of it too much. Try not to make a big deal out of it. I mean, my sister did things to me, but it was mild enough to where I could forget about it. And but then I saw stuff in the neighborhood when I was young too that I heard to try to equate to later, and I kind of figured it out. And I realized that there's a lot going on that it's just a covert civilian life of people. There's incest, there's a lot of that going on, and you would never hear about it. And you will maybe even do prison terms and figure out who you think are pedophiles. But in the meantime, while you were growing up, how many in your neighborhood were there? I mean, one time I woke up on a fucking, the same thing you see in a dentist's office, but it was more of the lay down version, in somebody's basement. Now, I knew I was in the house with those people, but I don't know how I ended up sleeping or waking up there. So, I mean, and yes, they were trying to push a pill on me before I fell asleep. So, and, look, man. This stuff's hard to say, okay? Because, obviously, I mean, and wherever somebody comes back to say, oh, well, you were butt raped or whatever, whatever the fuck happened, wasn't conscious. Okay, so anyway, so a lot of things happen in life, and directing your energy negatively towards somebody because maybe they did something they did get caught doing. You got to remember, there is a history to them. The history in those regards makes a lot of difference to the individual. The individual may or may not be a horrible person. It just may be that lots of things occurred, and it may have varied, like abuse and physical, just getting beat up, and mentally disturbed by the way somebody may or may not psychologically. In the same way a warlock would do, but not quite at that echelon of height, but enough to cause psychological damage permanently. So I just wanted to do this video, and there's some girls that are underage. There's one that's 15. She's taller than me. She's got huge tits, big ass. She looks like she's 22. But yeah, do I want to go out with her? Yeah, but am I gonna? No. Then there's another one, Audrey. She looks like she's 18 straight up. And do I want to go out with her? Yes. Am I going to? No. She does look 18. I don't know she's probably younger, but I mean, she does look 18. Okay, and she looks the part, and she's very pretty, and absolutely a knockout, actually. And her mom, I just met her mom today, and I was just petting some neighbors' dogs, and theirs just happened to be nearby, and I was petting their dog, and the mom looked at me like, "Yeah, I know what you're thinking." I'm like, "You may not, because right now I'm just a human being. I'm a human being, and yes, your daughter is beautiful, but what do you want me to do? Fucking sit there and think about that while I'm fucking sitting there trying to be social and petting dogs? No, absolutely not." But nonetheless, the man's defensive ego of proper ego, that is, to hold his own, to make sure that he is a man, he has to remember what is pretty and what is not, and what he's going to go for and what he's not. And quite frankly, It's not horrible to think of the beauty, and I always look at the beauty first of the person, trying to make sure that my visual is connecting right there with their face and their health look, the way they look, if they're healthy looking. Number one, those are the two things I look for in a person. Even if they're pretty and they don't, there's something about them that may look like it's not healthy. I may, that's kind of a little bit of a strike against them. I don't mean to be rude, but like there was another chick down there, and I think she even waved to me the second time I walked by, and I think she was interested, but I'm not. She's more my age, closer to my age, maybe in her 30s, but she just didn't have the exact shape that I'm looking for. I'm not picky. I just want somebody that has an all around, a facade of good features. I mean, there's one that had really good facade of good features, but she was a case manager at one of my mental health places, and she was I was attracted to her, but she had a boyfriend, and I had to kind of work through that. Plus, she had two kids. I mean, come on, man. She had two friggin' kids, and they're both working, little girls, and so I'm not fucking trying to get involved with somebody else's shit like that. I don't want to, try to introduce myself to everything under the sun. No, but I did like her. I was tempted to try to get with her, and I still think about her from time to time, but the truth is, a man does get emotionally affected by thinking of other women that he would like to have, but a lot of times, and of course for other guys, there's no conditions. They just whatever they want to fuck, they fuck. Now I'm not that guy. Probably some people might think, oh, he thinks he's hard. He's a hard catch or something. What a dick. No, I just don't fuck with it like that. Like you think I want to fuck with it, I don't fuck with it like that. Other people say, well, then you're just a fucking loner. Then you're just a fucking, what do you call it, a hermit. No, I'm not either of that. It's just that it's hard to develop excess respect for somebody, especially when they know that you're potentially not going to fit their paradigm, which is kill babies if need be, and, lesbians, LGBT, and all this community. I don't fuck with all that shit. So once a woman realizes I'm not really happy on that level, I just don't talk about it. Once they realize I won't talk about it, then they're friendlier to me, because they may indeed have those issues where they're like, yeah, friendly on that level, and I just leave it to them at that point. But that's just a little about me, how I fuck with shit if I do. And of course, the emotional part, it plays a part, and it makes a man, it's the weak side of a man to think about a beautiful woman all the time. It's the weaker side of the man. It's the side of the man that's probably the weakest. But if you cross the path and intervene on something the man is thinking about that makes the man very weak, then the man becomes like a superhero. So you got to realize that. If you were to intervene and cross hairs with that man's emotional thinking upon a woman, then the man becomes the last thing you want to fuck with. So even though a man has a weak side and has an emotional side tied to beautiful women, remember what happens when you intervene and you try to, especially one that makes them emotionally attached. Okay, so like, does that mean I would make a great father? Probably. I mean, sure, I would make a fucking fantastic father. The only thing is, I'd be unusual. Probably people would have to say something about me, because I choose to do a lot of things physically, even though I'm injured, back injuries and neck injuries and sports injuries. And people would just go, well, he's not fit for you. He can't even drive down the fucking. Yes, I can. I drove illegally for years. Okay. But that's not the point I'm trying to make here. It's who I am. That's it. It's who I am. Doesn't mean like I'm better than anyone else, and just because somebody has Asperger's doesn't mean I'm better than them. I got brain damage, so I'm not better than you. Dragon Lord for the TV, I'm not better than you. I got brain damage. Now, does that make an even keel? Yeah, it kind of does. I mean, it means that I can criticize people on the same level as me. Sure, as long as they're, and when I say the same level, I mean it may be that I'm even worse off than them. They just don't know it. I was suicidal for years, and that's just how it is. Okay, guys.